against perpetrators of barbaric action as Parliament opens its door today for the first session of the legislative year 2023. House Speaker Kavayoge Jivri was hard on those who have been killed. Journalist Martinez Zogo, amongst other things. And works resume on the east entrance to the Douala City Council. Of course, the entrance to the economic capital, or the works were suspended after about 6 years. Top stories.
Canal
Welcome to the 6:50 News with me, Kejang Henry Atembe. Parliament opened its doors today for the first ordinary session of the year 2023. And of course, it was an opportunity to hit hard on what have been going on in the country. Warning signals sent to those who have been committing barbaric acts across the country. And of course, with focus on the death of journalist Martinez Zogo. Eldest and youngest member of parliament were the ones who actually marked the situation. We have
seizing the opportunity to preside over the opening plenary sitting of the 2023 legislative year, this March 3rd, as the eldest member of the lower house of parliament, Laurentine Kwafege, condemned the scandals and barbaric happenings tarnishing the image of Cameroon. She poured out her bitterness on the Olembe Sport Complex financial mafia, the swindling of COVID-19 funds, the gruesome assassination of journalist Martinez Zogo, not forgetting the killing of his lordship, Jean-Benoît Bala, a few years back. To the evildoers, she warns.
Il faut que cela cesse. Je dis bien, il faut que cela cesse.
Same issues that preoccupy the other members of parliament.
We are not indifferent from all what is happening. We are aware, and that is why Parliament will examine this thing in detail.
The growing violence and deviant behaviors in young people nowadays also a major concern.
Consumption of narcotics, assault, and many other excesses are increasingly becoming commonplace. Such behaviors should be shunned as they do not serve your best interest.
Present at the hemicycle during this March opening session were members of government and other dignitaries. And before work will kickstart in full gear, the lawmakers will have to put in place a new bureau to pilot their affairs throughout the year.
And works have resumed at the east entrance to Douala after they were suspended due to very serious financial difficulties. Now, the job that was earmarked to cost 146 billion francs CFA were suspended because both parties were not able to come to compromise. And as they have resumed, denizens to the east entrance say it is a happy welcome. Sherifa Saleh.
After a 3-year break, works have resumed at the east entrance to the economic capital city, Douala. When the caterpillars of the construction company arrived at the site, it was total joy to the population.
Comme il y a eu la reprise, c'est une très bonne chose.
Nous devons être plus que fiers parce que c'est un développement pour nous.
The 9-kilometer stretch is expected to facilitate the flow of traffic along the east entrance, which connects the Douala-Yaoundé road axis.
Il est vrai, ça nous mélange avec les avantages, mais on se sent vraiment à l'aise et que vraiment, on se vraiment que ça soit fait le plus tôt possible.
The project has so far consumed 34 billion francs CFA. From inception, the project was earmarked to consume 146 billion francs CFA.
And thanks very much, Sherifa. We now talk universal health with Hyacinth Chair, as it has been very difficult for Cameroon to have access to universal health coverage ever since it was announced by the government. And so insurance brokers have been able to come in to make sure people or Cameroonians have access to universal health coverage. Hyacinthia.
Studies have revealed that most Cameroonians do not have a clear knowledge of what health insurance is all about, and some do not trust the entire system. The few who manage to subscribe are trapped in tiring procedures, especially when it is time to benefit.
Let's say you're insured. Now that you want to recuperate your money, you have to present all these documents, receipts to a laboratory fee, what you did. Probably you'll have to get into a form from the doctor confirming that you were actually at the hospital. At the end of the day, it's very unlikely that you will get your money reimbursed to you because of that extensive procedure that basically demotivates you from actually carrying out the procedure.
Faced with the limitations and irregularities, this operational working group, meeting in Yaoundé on March 1st, is seeking measures to reduce low private health insurance coverage as a key to attaining universal health coverage, as they urge the government to devote more attention to the important sector.
I think the government needs to work more together with insurance companies in order to ensure that a huge number of people actually know what health insurance is and the benefits of subscribing to an insurance and what it means for you in terms of reducing your own out-of-pocket expenditure.
The advocacy for a wider health insurance is championed by Nkafu Policy Insurance and the Dennis and Lenora Foretia Foundation.
Thanks very much, Hyacinthia. We have this cultural page. Thank God it's Friday. And of course, we are going to meet one of Cameroon's top stars in urban music, Stanley Eno, who just won another music award in urban music.
I mean, it's a great honor for me to just, be in a position to win this kind of award. And yeah, it's great. I'm super, proud of the youth, proud of myself, and, winning people like Burna Boy, Davido, Rema, Wizkid. That's a big one. So I just have to thank God. And, it's an eye-opener, it's a sign to be like, yo, son, it's your time to go, it's your time to shine. And yeah, so I just dedicate that award to you watching, to all the people from Cameroon, my fans, and, the francophones, that are sometimes left out in big ceremonies. And, yeah, so God just said, son, wake up and, wake up. This is your time, shine. 10 years in the game, best African artist. I'm just super humble. And, yeah, I dedicate this award to God who fights my battles. Cheers.
Congratulations to you, Stanley Eno, coming there ahead of top African urban music stars like Davido and Diamond. Congratulations to you. And of course, it was African Music Award UK. Now let's go very quickly to pick up with this other story, courtesy Sherifa Saleh, who is reporting on the difficulties of accessing finances by women. Well, we are sorry. We can have that now, and let's move through something different, where Cameroon Oil Transformation Company (CODCO) has actually improved on the lives of people at the Mayore in the Mayore division of the Far North region. In fact, beekeepers have been saluted for their efforts in sustainable development. They are all along the Chad-Cameroon pipeline network and have been doing much on self-resilience. Vitos.
A fully inaugurated and retrofitted honey storage and processing facility worth 31 million CFA francs. This is how the Cameroon Oil Transport Company, CODCO, is changing the lives of beekeepers in Yandéa and Bakary in the Mayore division of the North region. Fire kills honeybees, so we have been taught other alternatives on how to harvest honey. Over a period of 2 years, COTCO has trained 100 young people from these 2 villages in the Toujours district in modern techniques of production, monitoring and packaging in the honey value chain, and provided them with 400 new hives and related equipment. During the workshop, we made sure each farmer received 2 beehives, and the first fruits are already here. Honey from the Mayore highlands is being labeled as honey with pure and organic nectar. The honey we extracted is exceptional and it tastes different. It has peculiarities, from the taste to the color, in fact everything. The state cannot do everything, so we have to appreciate and value the little they have done. The initiative is part of an ongoing project to improve the quality of life of people living along the Chad-Cameroon pipeline in the Mayore division through beekeeping. This is a variation of the local economic support component, one of the main axes through which COTCO carries out its social actions. COTCO plans to help the village by improving production both in quantity and quality, and marketing to earn more money than before. In addition to its main activities, COTCO has been involved in socially responsible activities since its creation in 1997. The production of the Yandeya and Bakari workshops contributes to local job creation and poverty reduction in line with Cameroon's National Development Strategy for 2030.
Thanks, Stephanie, reporting there on the strides made by those beekeepers on the Chad-Cameroon pipeline closer to the Republic of Chad, and considered the greatest loser of the election in the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Atiku Abubakar says, or has rejected the results of the presidential election, saying that he would challenge it at all costs, and has called it a rape of democracy. Atiku Abubakar has actually joined Peter Obi, another loser, Tinubu, as the winner. Of course, Bola Tinubu has been congratulated even by the outgoing president, Muhammadu Buhari. And we wrap up with...
Having consulted with leaders of our party who are seated here with me, and Nigerians from different walks of life, I have come to the conclusion that the processes and outcome of the Presidential and National Assembly elections of last Saturday was grossly flawed in every material particular, and as such must be challenged by all of us.
That was the loser, the biggest loser of the election in the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Atiku Abubakar, now condemning the elections and saying that it was a flaw. And of course, has said he's going to file in a case file to contest the polls, expressing indignation in front of the media during the callings for this Friday edition of the news. In English, I've been Kejang Henry Tembe. Matthew Fangwa will be here up next with the brief of the major news items of the week. Meantime, Michael Kipcho will be yours for the French edition of the news at 7:50. Wonderful weekend.